We're talking today with Riccardo Melendez, whom you'll remember from Nijinsky's Last Dance and some other presentations here in Hampton Roads. But we're looking ahead to something, the first annual Shakespeare presentation at The Plot. So that needs explanation right there. Where is The Plot? Carlos, welcome. Nice to have you with us.
Oh, it's my pleasure. The Plot is on the corner of Granby and Main. It was created last year. And we tried to get in there last year, but it just finished the time that the upsale was being done. So this year I was committed to get it done. And Mary Miller from the Downtown Norfolk Council was extremely helpful with it. She heard the pitch and she went with it. So we got the okay. We have 12 actors, some local actors, some alumni from Governor School for the Arts, some professional actors as well. It's just fun. I always say if it's not fun doing, it's not worth it. So here
Exactly.
we are.
And the show we're talking about is Shakespeare's Twelfth Night.
Correct.
An outdoor presentation following in the footsteps of others, like in New York.
Yes. Well, I've been in Norfolk for about 7-8 years now, and I've always wanted to do it as an actor living locally. I was like, well, this would be a great place to do it. We have very, very specific things that talk about the area and how we can make it better, especially living downtown. So I wanted to do this idea of free Shakespeare. You just come in with your chair, with your bottle of water. We'll give you a fan and a great show.
Okay. Twelfth Night, of course, one of Shakespeare's great comedies. Is there anything new that you're going to try to bring to it as director?
Yes. I guess so. I love the classics. And some people say that's weird, Riccardo. English is your second language, but I don't know. I've taken up to Shakespeare. I love the language. So I think this is about the fourth show that I have rearranged in this idea of Shakespeare under 90 minutes. So the show actually runs an hour and 15 minutes altogether. The idea is to center the action onto what's the main story, a little bit cutting the subplots that Shakespeare is so known for, keeping it just to the straight action of the play, of course, using the language as it's written, honoring it, because that it is important. This 12th Night, it is a lot of fun. I am directing it on the spirit of Italian comedy. That's another one of my passions, both being a dancer and an actor. I love physical theater. I study Italian comedy. So I'm joining ideas, mostly on its rhythm. So it runs really fast. There's a lot of physical comedy in the show that helps it. Actually, there are some sections that are they are replaced by action. For example, there's a section where Malvolio and the clown talk once Malvolio is being imprisoned. So instead of putting the scene, which add not much to the real plot of the show, we make a funny action section underscored by music in which they abduct him and take him away.
Very good.
So they're just little details like that I don't think our knowledgeable of Shakespeare audience will mind it. I hope they don't.
No.
I'm not a purist when it comes to Shakespeare. I just want Shakespeare to talk to the people.
The wonderful thing about Shakespeare is you can do those sorts of things with the show, and it still comes across. The comedy comes across, the language comes across.
It's one of those things that's why he is a master. His plays work. Some people have tried outlandish renditions of his shows, but the story always comes through, and that's the beauty of it.